Trailblazers!
No, puto.
Trailblazers!
No, puto.
Trailblazers!
No, puto.
Trailblazers!
No, puto.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned since morning till now. We are in the climax stages of this particular third-day encounter in the Moi International Indoor Arena. Coming to you live onto your screens is a very entertaining and thrilling match between the Kenya Prisons men's side and the Trailblazers volleyball club. Both of the teams have a successful spells today, where the Trailblazers Volleyball Club won against the Department of Defense, whereas the Kenya Prison side won against the Kenya Army side. So sit back, relax, and wait for some action. With you today is me, Luke Opeto. So stay tuned, wait for more action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to make the following formal announcements. All the teams that are planning to attend the matches that are going to be here tomorrow in this arena are required to submit a 25-member list as soon as possible to the organizing secretary for clearance at the gate. All the teams that are planning to attend tomorrow's matches here, whether you're playing or not, you are required to submit a 25-member list to the organizing secretary, Mr. John Oronge, for clearance at the gate. Timu zote ambao wananuia kuhudhuria mechi zote zitakuwa kesho katika uga huu wa Kasarani, mnahitajika kupatiana orodha ya memba isiyozidi 25 kwake Mr. John Oronge for clearance at the entrance. For the rest of us, mafans, members, kiingilio ni 100, 200 na 500, depending on where you want to sit. Kuna bei ya mkulima 100 shillings, VIP ni 500. Can we let us compare? Announcement number 2 is kwamba all teams that are qualifying for the upcoming playoffs are required to submit clear photographs of the team to John Malena as soon as possible. Timu zote ambazo zitahitimu for the playoffs from next week inahitajika kutuma picha za team members in proper team uniform for the John Malena.
Mheshimiwa Dar Wanyama kwa kitu sawa. Wako organizing secretary.
Safi kabisa, mtangazaji mwenza, upande huo mwingine wa studio unafanya kazi safi kabisa. A good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fourth-leg competition match between Trailblazers versus Kenya Blazers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you are the referees for this match. First referee, Agnes Masala from Kenya. Second referee, Willie Mutuma from Kenya. And now, introducing to you are the starting lineup for Team Trailblazers. Wearing jersey number 3, Jean Masizorano. Wearing jersey number 11, Bate Duriada. And wearing jersey number 15, Moses Alichu. Wearing jersey number 17, Adams Emmanuel. And wearing jersey number 23, Eugene Okedo. Wearing jersey number 27, Wash Nachiewo. Libero player and is also the captain. Wearing jersey number 10, James Mutero. Head coach, Geoffrey Omondi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the starting lineup for Team Kenya Prisons. Wearing jersey number 3, Kevin Mayo. Wearing jersey number 4, Joya Sikosei. Wearing jersey number 7, Hudson Soli. He's the captain. Number 1, Hudson. Wearing jersey number 8, Elmas Makuto. And number 14, Timon Imuchai. Wearing jersey number 16, Dennis Ireke. Libero player wearing jersey number 6, Peter Gachoki. Head coach, Dennis Mokua. And now to you, referees. Thank you.
Bila shaka, this is the match we've been looking forward to. Naambiwa ngoma imeshinda kwa jua. Sasa ni wakati
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this particular encounter. On your screen, we have the brief introduction of the coaches of each team. We have Coach Jeffrey Omondi of Trailblazers being briefly introduced. The other side is Coach Solomon Omunyange. For me, with you in this particular match is Luke Opeto. Kicking us off this match, it's a Trailblazers Volleyball Club through their setter, Jean Cloud Masezerano. It's a very, very entertaining match, much eagerly awaited for the day. Nicely served and powerful hit, nicely picked by the captain. James Mutero, and blocked down by Kelvin Mayo. It was an attempt by Julian Mbappe, but not quite successful. Service, Kelvin Mayo with the service. Nicely picked balls with the pick. Blocked by Trailblazers side. Nicely picked by Adam Sogwa, Trailblazers Volleyball Club. And a hit in the middle by Kimutai to give the Prisons men's side a 2-point lead. Still serving is Kelvin Mayo. Nicely picked Adam Sogwa. And it's a miscommunication and a hit off the court by Boaz of Trailblazers. Prison off to a fine start. 3 scores to nil. Nicely picked again by Adam Sogwa. Well set by Gene Masazarano and nicely executed by Mbappe. Onto the serving side, it's Julian Mbappe. A nice service, great power, but unfortunately it's out of court. So Dennis Esokon with the service. Powerful service, nicely picked and quickly executed by Elfas Makuto, utilizing on the overpass by the captain of the TVC side, James Montero. A jump server. The ball is out of play. Taking Trailblazers to their second point of the match. Service is Boaz Nyachieno. Nice service. I think it was a judgment out. And Julian Mbappe caught with that ball. I think the ball was going out of play, but he was in the way and he couldn't do anything. This leads to a touch on his chest. Kimutai with the service. Nicely picked. And a technical attack by Moses Ndichu to give TVC their third point. It's the Moses Ndichu to the service line. Still trailing by 3 points. Quick attack in the middle by Hudson Chisoli. Are still moving on with where he left off between the match and Kenyami. So the Prison side are in a 4-point lead. Nicely picked. And a tricky play by the Trailblazers outside it, Adam Zogwa. I think by the look of judgment of the people who are outside, the ball was going out, but Dennis Reke couldn't judge it well and touching the ball. And it's not the best of receptions by Dennis, forcing it on an untimely cover up from what he did in the previous rally. To check if he's okay, he has decided to pound the ball from the backcourt section. Onto the service line is Jairus Akosgei. Nicely picked. It's picked well by the libero. Nicely picked again. And the ball is out of play. Still on the service line is Jairus Kosgei. Miscommunication. And an attempt to pick by the libero Trailblazers, but it was not quite fruitful. The Trailblazers Volleyball Club have some problem in their reception department. Some miscommunication from the receivers causing the setter not to set it very well. So I think they really need to focus on their setting department. So if you're joining us from the comfort of your home, the comfort of your work, or traveling to any place, and you want to meet this great encounter, you can watch it through the Trailblazers Volleyball Club YouTube page. But if you are in the vicinity or around the Nairobi area and you are able to visit us, you can come at the Moi International Indoor Arena. Still serving is Prisons through Jairus Kosgei. Nicely picked. And an attack in the middle by Eugene Okello, sending a TVC to their 6th point of the match. Prison still in the lead of 4 points. TVC are following behind with 6, whereas Prisons have 10. Another net violation by the TVC side. They are actually picking up the balls, but it's quite unfortunate that they are not executing it well, being penalized. Some rare mistakes. A pick by the captain, and a powerful hit by Julian Mbappe, trying to send a statement to the opponents, saying the TVC are not here just to play, but they're here to win. Jinkla with the service. Dennis Esokon with, and a pick by the outside hitter Adam Zogwa from TVC, but it's not effective. On the service line is Kelvin Bayo. Nicely picked, Julian Mbappe, and an attack by Boaz in the middle part of the TVC side, and sending TVC to 8 points, whereas Kenya Prison side have 12 points. Serve with Julian Mbappe. Will they go for power or position? And it's more off position, but the ball, unfortunately, it's out of the court. Deris Iraqi with the service. Quite consistent with the service. Powerful service, but out of play. TVC need to catch up with this Prison side. I think they have been maintaining that 4-point lead for a while. Another uncostly service from Boaz, taking Kenya Prisons to the 14th point of the match. Still, TVC haven't reached the 10th point mark, but they are hoping to reach it sooner rather than later. Nice pick, Adam Sugwa. And a powerful hit by Moses Ndichu down the line, giving Kimutai no chance to pick it up. So Moses Ndichu with the service. Ball is out of play. I think TVC are trying to toughen up their service. Prisons is a side that we should really not play with. Powerful service by Elfas Makuto, but quite unfortunate it hits the net. Still a 4-point lead by Prisons. The service ball. Adam Sogwa, it was more of a free swing for Elfas Makuto. Jairus Kosgei with the service. Nicely picked, James Montero. And a clever play by Julian Mbappe to get a touch on the Prisons block. Eugene Okello with the service. Dennis Esokon with the pick. Quick reaction from Hudson Chesoli to get a quick point for the Kenya Prison side. Nicely picked, Julian Mbappe. And is our 2. Nicely picked again by TVC, and a block on Julian Mbappe by the Kenya Prison side. It was a 3-man block, so Mbappe should have picked twice in order to attack that ball. Prisons Kenya still with 6-point lead. TVC still finding a way to breach these prisons, jails, and chain. Hazon Chisolo with the service. Nicely picked, James Utero. A pick by Adam Sogo, but it's not successful. Still serving is Hudson Chisoli. Rather nice pick. And another chance ball picked by, it's a good conversion by Julian Mbappe. Down the line, utilizing the absence of the block. So TVC are trailing by 6 points. Nicely picked, Jairus Kosgei. And another pick by. And it's a score to the TVC side. I think Elfas Makuto couldn't hold his brakes. Crossing to the TVC side. The TVC side had picked that ball very well. On to setting, it was realized that Makuto was on their side. A pick by Elfas Makuto. Another pick by TVC. Nice pick. And another pick. Not the best by the TVC side. Dennis Esakon getting that score, sending Kenya Prison Service to their 20th point. So Prisons are at 20, TVC are at 14. Nicely picked. And a score by Moses Ndichu from the TVC side. Trailblazers still trailing by 5 points. Prisons Kenya 20, Trailblazers 15. Julian Mbappe, the service, nicely picked Peter, and backward set, nicely picked again, Trailblazers. An attack by TVC. I think there's some formal complaints from the captain TVC, but they're not successful with their complaints. So Dennis Ireke with the service. Nicely picked. And a conversion by Adam Zogwa, sending TVC to 16 points. Boaz with the service. Previously, he hasn't quite been consistent with his service, but let's hope he will be consistent with his service. Nice service driven home. And it's a quick hit from the backward pipe by Dennis Esakon. Kimutai with the service. Nicely picked. Miscommunication. And a touch on the attack by Dennis Esakon, taking Kenya Prisons to 22, while Trailblazers are still behind with 16 points. Nicely picked. And an attack by Eugene Okello in the middle. Prisons 23, Trailblazers 17. Nicely picked, Jairus was gay. And a technical hit by Elfas Makuto down the line and leaving the TVC libero James Mutero with nothing to do. Nicely picked Adam Sogwa. An attack in the middle by Eugene Okello. And it's a service ace by Trailblazers through Adams Ogwa. Still at 19, Prison Service at 24. Adam Zogo with the service. Nicely picked by Peter. And a powerful hit by Jairus Kosgei to send Kenya Prisons to the 25th point mark, and picking up the first set by 25 points to 15. It's truly an entertaining match at some point, but the TVC side need to pull up their socks to create an upset in this particular match. They haven't played well as expected in the first set. So the TVC side are way behind in some few departments. So they really need to pull up the socks in order for them to cause an upset in this particular match. Stay tuned and let's wait for the second set.
Basi bila shaka tunasubiri seti ya pili kati ya Trailblazers na Kenya Prisons. Trailblazers kwa sasa wanaongoza kwa seti moja. Basi bila shaka tunasubiri magereza pamoja na seti moja. Seti ya pili Blazers!
Nicely picked. And it's a ball onto TVC court. This calls for substitution. Stanley Butua comes in for Adams. Oh God. Nicely read. Nicely picked again. And nicely blocked. And it's an error by the captain, James Montero. This calls for a change where Ian Omondi comes in for the captain. TVC had a lead, but looking at the things right now, Prisons are back to a 3-point lead. Nicely picked. And another pick by. Nicely picked again. And it's a block in by the Kenya Prison side. I think they have composed themselves and followed up closely in this particular match. Another good pick by the Kenya Prison side. Nicely picked again. And it's an attack error by Moses Ndichu of the Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Still serving is, and it's a side out by a TVC, squandering their 1-point lead. Right now TVC are trailing by 3 points, and it's a net serve violation by Eugene Okello, taking Kenya Prison Service side to 11 points, whereas TVC remain at 7 points. TVC are not playing as expected by the fans and the technical bench. Nicely picked, and nice attack in the middle by Boaz to move the deficit back to 3. Serving for TVC, Arjun Cloud. The ball is out of play. Nice judgment from Dennis Ireke. Substitution called in by the TVC technical bench. Nicely picked, and an attack out of play by Juliet Mbappe. He hasn't been into this game. Quite costly at some point. Nicely picked by the prison side, and the ball is still serving Kelvin Maio.
Kenya Defense Forces.
And
Umejitolea ushindi wa set 3 kwa
Quicks. Quick. It's a point for TVC. TVC started off well, but at some point they lost communication, they lost concentration, and it's quite effectively in their power. Nice hit by Jairus Gosgei from the backcourt.
Kenya Forest Service. Umejitolea ushindi dhidi ya P General Service Unit.
Dennis Ireke with the service. The service is out of the court.
Bila shaka lazima amekata jasho pale mtu.
Boaz with the service. Nicely picked, Dennis. And it's a fourth touch of the ball from the prison side, giving TVC a point. Still from the service line is Boaz for TVC. Nicely served, well picked by, and it's a net violation from the TVC blocks, sending Kenya Prisons to 14 points, 17 points, and TVC still at 11 points. TVC are not playing as expected by everyone. A tip over the block. Nice save. Nicely picked again. Nicely picked. It's another pick again by the TV side, but this time they are not successful in their executions of their backcourt defense. Kimutai with the service. Nicely picked. And nicely picked again by, again picked well by this, and a very solid block by Eugene Okello to lock down Elfas Makutro, who has been quite terrorizing them since the start of the match. Mashone with the service. Nicely served, well picked by, and the ball is out of play. TVC still have some hope in this match. In volleyball, there is no technical time for you to win. You have to reach the 25-point mark for you to get a set. Quite costly blocks by the TVC setter. Elfas Makuto with the service. Powerful service, nicely picked. And an error by Eugene Okello. This calls for change from the TVC side. Eugene Okello comes in. Elfas Makuto with the service.
watakuwa wanamenyana na warembo wa Kenya Army. So we sit down, we relax.
Still serving is Stanley Mutua for TVC.
We have on the women's side of the Kenya border.
As the serve easily picked by Jaras Kosgei. And another save by TVC is a set violation to Kelvin Mayer of Kenya Prisons. Still a 5-point difference between Kenya Prison Servicemen and Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Stanley Mutua with the service. Quite unfortunate to serve it on the net, sending Kenya Prisons to 21, whereas our TVC are still at 15. Jairus Kosgei with the service for Prison side. Nicely picked, Yenomondi. And a quick dunk by Hudson Chesoli, who rose up high to ensure that ball doesn't pass. Still serving Jairus Kosgei. Nicely picked, Yerowood. And a good attack by Emmanuel Meli in the middle department. Out goes Juliet Mbappe. In comes Edgar Wanjala for Trailblazers. Onto the serving line is Emmanuel Meli. Nicely picked Dennis. And a good dunk by Edgar Wanjala to get a score for the TVC side. TVC at 17, Kenya Prisons at 32. Nicely picked by Peter. And an attempt to save by Ashone, but it wasn't quite the save they required. Hudson Chesoli with the service. Edgar Wanjala with the pick. And an attack by Mashone, but it was not quite fruitful, taking the ball out of play, sending Kenya Prisons service to the 24-point mark, and TVC still at 17. Chance ball to the Prison service side, and a hit out of court. I think some confusion from the first referee, but it's not quite the unexpected. So this takes Prison to 25, whereas TVC at 17. So Prison, Kenya take the second set, 25-17, getting a well-deserved lead. TVC need to do a lot in order for them to save this game. It's not over until it's over. We remember this was a game that didn't finish up in Malaba, where Prisons Kenya had 2 points, but TVC picked up the other 2 points, but due to rain, it did not complete. So let's wait and see how it goes.
We're being informed that after this match, we'll have the DCI Volleyball Club playing against the Kenya Army ladies team. So bado ni mapema.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the third set of the match between Trailblazers Volleyball Club and the Kenya Prisons men's side. Kicked off by the TVC side. Setter Riganoselu with an S serve on Dennis Esakon. Earlier said it's not over until it's over. A team needs to win 3 consecutive sets for you to be declared a winner. But if a team picks the other 2 sets, it comes back to a decisive set. Quick set in the middle. And a good attack by Kemotai. The prison side, their first point. A nice hit by Boaz down the middle, giving TVC the second point. Julian Mbappe with the service. A nice driven home. It's a block attempt by TVC, but it's not quite fruitful to their side. So Dennis Ireke back to the serving line. Nicely picked. And a good execution by the TVC side. Quite an attempt by Dennis Ireke to salvage that point, but it was not the case. Was to the service line. Nice service. And a solid block by Mashone to take TVC to their 4th point. Still serving. His ball was for TVC. Nice attempt. It's a chance ball to the TVC side. And attack down the line from Mashone to give TVC their 5th point. TVC have come into this set with a lot of focus, knowing that they are not a force not to be played with. They're trying to catch up with this Kenya Prison side, which is leading by 2 sets. Kimutai with the service. Nicely picked. And a save by Mayo. Nicely picked again by TVC. And a tricky play and clever play by Stanley Mutua, the assistant captain, Trailblazers, a volleyball club. So, Shawnee with the service for TVC. More of position, but it's out of court. So TVC have a 2-point lead. Positive start from them in this particular set, but even the other set they started well, but lost concentration at some point. Nicely picked, not best of picks. And an execution by Dennis Exakong to get a score for the Kenya Prison side, bringing the deficit back to 1. Still Elfas Makuto with the service. Nicely picked. Another pick. And another block by. Another pick again by. It's another pick. A good pick by the TVC side. Stanley Mutua with a clever play. Not really needing a lot of power to get the score. Two-point lead for TVC. Stanley Mutua with the service. That's received by that. And it's an attack error by Elfas Makuto. Still serving Stanley Mutua from TVC. Nicely picked by Dennis. Net violation by Emmanuel Ameli. Jaras Kosgei to the service line. Save by TVC side. Nice pick by Elfas Makuto, and a point for the Kenya Prison side by Dennis Ireke. Jaras Kosgei still with the service. Nicely picked. And a block by Dennis Sakon to deny TVC a point. Jairus Kosgei still with the service. And it's a point to the TVC side. Dennis has gone, unfortunately, hit the ball onto the antenna. Emmanuel Melu with the service. TVC have lost the 3-point lead. And it's a serve by Emmanuel Meli. Still serving, Emmanuel Meli for TVC. And a costly error by Julian Mbappe, sending Prisons Kenya to their 9th point. Hudson Chisoli with the service. Not the best of picks by the TVC side. Good pick by Mashone. And a block by Kenya Prisons side, blocking down Mbappe. I think Mbappe has to dig in deep and help the team. He hasn't been quite often on in this particular game. Nicely picked again. And the ball had hit Elford Makuto's shoes. His teammate thought that the ball had hit the ground, but it was still up in the air. Serving is Rigano Selufo at TVC. And not the best of services, serving the ball way off on the pitch. Kelvin Mayo with the service. Nicely picked by Mutua. Set was a bit low, and an error by Boaz, sending Kenya Prisons to the lead of this particular set. It's the first time that Kenya Prisons are leading in this set. Nicely picked again. An attempt by the TVC side. Nicely picked by another again, a pick. And another pick again by, and another pick again by Peter. Nicely picked. And it's quite unfortunate Mashona couldn't get at that point. Nice play from Peter, the libero. Kenya Prisons.
Anaonyesha why he was awarded the best libero in Africa.
Kelvin Kosgei still serve. And another error by Mashore to give the Kenya Prisons service a 3-point lead. TVC are quite off their game today, having led the majority of this particular first half of this set. Right now, they've squandered their lead. Kenya Prisons now lead by 14 points to 11 points. Kelvin Mayo still serving. Nicely picked, Stanley Mutua. And an attempt by Boaz Butt. And it's a point by Dennis Ireke onto the TVC side. Nicely picked. It's a block out, giving TVC the 12th point. And still trailing by 3 points. Julian Mbappe with the service. Nicely picked by Peter. And a block by Boaz, blocking Kimutai from getting a score. Deficit back to 2.
Well done. Shone, understand that is in the house.
Nicely picked by Jairus. And a powerful hit by Elfas Makuto down the TVC side.
Bila shaka huyu kijana anafahamishwa mzee yuko area, lakini hapo sawa. Bila shaka tunashukuru timu hii. Bila shaka ni pambano kali kabisa.
Service by Dennis Ireke.
Trailblazers na Kenya Prisons.
An attempt to save by Peter, but it's not successful. Substitution. In comes Emmanuel. Out goes Kimutai.
14 sasa kwa 16 Kenya Prison.
Service Boaz. Nice pick by Dennis. And an attempt to save by Boaz, but not fruitful. Onto the service line is Emmanuel. Nicely picked, Julian Mbappe. And a point by Mashone. Service by Mashone for TVC. Nicely served, well picked, and well hit by Elfas Makuto down the line. Nicely picked by Peter. A free ball to the TVC side. And a tricky play by Eric Aracelo at the setter TVC to give TVC their 16th point. Stanley Mutua with the service. Not picked well by Jairus Kosgei. Nicely picked by Pape. And it's a dodge out of play. This calls in for a substitution by the TVC technical bench. In comes Adams. Ogwa. Out goes Julian Mbappe. Jairus Kosgei with the service. Nicely picked That's picked by Peter. It's a net violation by the Kenya Prison side. Up comes Emmanuel Meli. In goes Clifford Omani. Nice service. And a hit by Dennis Ireke, attacking Kenya Prisons to 20 points, while TVC following up at 17. Hudson Chisoli with the service. Not picked well by Adam Sugwa. And it's a touch on the block by the TVC blocks. Still serving is Hudson Chisoli for Prisons Kenya side. Nicely picked. Nicely saved by Jairus Kosgei. Nicely picked again by. Nicely play. And a tricky and cheeky play by Dennis Ireke to take Prisons to 22 points, while TVC are still at 17. Not the best of picks by. And the ball is out of play. A service, Regaroselu. The service, nice pick, Dennis. And powerful hit by Elfas Makuto down the line. Kenya Prison sides edge closer to a conclusion of this set. TVC following closely with 18 points. Kenya Prisons have 23 points, requiring only 2 points to conclude this game. TVC requiring 7 points for them to take the match to a fourth set. Serving is Kevin Mayo, as depicted by TVC. And attack is out of play by some type of protest. I think the ball had a touch. Nicely picked, not well picked by Peter. It was a simple ball, but not best of picks. So TVC are at 19. The Prisons Kenya men's side are at 24. Adam Zogo with the service. A nice hit by Boz, pounding on the chance ball, which was more of a free ball from poor reception from the Prisons side. Still with the service is Adam Zogo. Picked by Kip Gosgei, forcing it first to finish up this set, wrapping it 3 sets to nothing. Kenya Prisons serves 3 sets. Trailblazers nil. It is not as expected. People were in for an encounter, but TVC seems like they were not in their best shape. So that's it for today. Me with you was Luke Apeto. Let's wait and see for the other matches how they unfold.
Congratulations, Team Trailblazers. Nafahamishwa kuwa DCI na Kenya Wanu wanakutana muda usiokuwa mrefu. Tafadhali msiondoke.
Uno.